Good morning, friends. So, till yesterday we did the different theorems on similarity. If you remember the parallel theorem, the AAS similarity criterion, the SSS similarity criterion, the SAS, yes. Then we did similarity of triangles with the ratio and the Pythagoras theorem. Today we are going to take mixed examples and make use of the theorems that we know to prove certain sums. Okay? So let us begin. We'll begin with the sum from exercise. So on the board, I have the fourth sum from exercise 6.2. You will see the diagram and you will realize we are given a triangle ABC. I not mentioned, we have got a triangle ABC. Now in that triangle we have got AE. So we have got DE. This line DE is parallel to AC. Since it is given, I will mark it by double arrow scheme. So these two lines are parallel. And DF is parallel to AE. So I will mark DF is parallel to AE. And we have to prove this. So now what will we use? We have got parallel lines. So because we have parallel lines, we should use the basic proportionality theorem. Yes, it's a good thing to do. Directly we can use. So first what we have to do here, in this sum, what we have to prove, we have to see. We have to prove BF upon FE equal to BE upon EC. Means everything which has to be proved is given on this line only. BF upon FE equal to BE upon EC. Okay, so we have to prove here. Now if you can see, this is a straight line making no triangles. So because we are given the parallel line, first we choose. What do we have? We have a Pythagoras theorem, we have the AAA similarity criterion, we have the SSS, we have the SAS, we have the AA, and we have the basic proportionality theorem. Now because it is parallel, what will we choose? So that is a matter of thinking. Practice will make you much more better in that. So we are going to choose the basic proportionality theorem. Now what was the basic proportionality theorem? In a triangle, when a line is parallel to one side, line parallel to one side cuts the other two sides in equal ratios. So here what we have to do is first choose our triangle and see the parallel lines. So we are given this line BF and AE are parallel. Okay, which lines are parallel? BF and AE are parallel. Because they are parallel, which triangle will we choose? So first we will take triangle. In triangle ABE. So look at the choice of the triangle. I have taken the triangle ABE. Okay? Choice of triangle. Choice of triangle, what I have got? DF is parallel to AE. It is given. DF is parallel to AE. So what is the thing I have to do here? I have to choose the triangle. So I have taken ABE. DF is parallel to AE. Therefore, BD upon AD. BD upon AD. This BD upon AD is BF upon FE. BF upon FE. This result I call 1. So which triangle I have taken again? ABE. So in this sum, we know we are going to use the basic proportionality theorem. But what we have to see, the triangles that we choose. So in this diagram there are a lot of triangles. You can see we have to choose the most appropriate triangle. This result I call 1 later on. First I have to write here why this is ratio is equal. So I will write here BPT. You write the whole thing by the basic proportionality theorem. And this result I will call 1. Now BF upon FE. I have got BF upon FE. Now BE upon EC. Again, a choice of an appropriate triangle. Which triangle I will choose this time? So this time I will choose the triangle ABC. Why ABC? Because I am taking this line is parallel to this line. See which lines I am taking. So because these two are parallel, this time I am going to take in triangle ABC. What is given? BE is parallel to AC. BE is parallel to AC is given. So we have BD upon AD. BD upon AD is BE upon EC. PE upon EC. Again by the basic proportionality theorem, this result I call 2. So from 1 and 2, what do I have? I have BD upon AD is BF upon FE. I have got BD upon AD is B upon EC. This is the one and the same thing equal. So this two have to be equal. So I have got BF upon FE equal to BE upon EC. And hence it is proved. So it was a very simple sum. I hope you understood, a very simple sum. What we will do by practice is practice which triangle to choose. So in this sum, now we have finished the theory part. All the theorems are done with you, and you, I think, know all the theorems. Now comes the part which theorem to choose. Which theorem should we choose and which theorem should we use? So here, because we have got parallel lines, I went with the basic proportionality theorem, and in these two steps I have proved the sum. Okay? Now let us take one more sum and do a different type of practice. Okay, this is also a sum from exercise 6.2, the sum number 6. If you do not have the textbook, you can pause the video for a second, get your textbook and first see the sum. Okay, you can pause the video, get your textbook, see the sum. We are given triangle PQR. There is a point O somewhere in the middle. Okay, we have got a point O somewhere in the middle of PQR. Now it is given ABC. ABC are the points on OP, OQ and OR respectively, such that we have got AB is parallel to PQ and AB is parallel to. So what have we got? We have got points ABC. Points ABC, we have got to write here first. Points ABC on OP, OQ and OR respectively. So we have got point A on OP, point B on OQ and point C on OR, such that AB is parallel to PQ. AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. AC is parallel to PR, and we have to prove that BC is parallel to QR. BC is parallel to QR. So this is the sum number 6. We are given triangle PQR, a point O in between. Then we have got point ABC on OP, OQ, and OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. We have to prove BC is parallel to QR. So here again the sum is very simple, and like I told you, the choose. What will we choose? Because we are going by parallel lines, first thing what comes to our mind is the basic proportionality theorem. But along with that, we have to choose which triangle we are going to take. So for the proof, I will first take in triangle POQ. So see the choice of triangle POQ. AB is parallel to PQ. So AB I have got parallel to PQ. So if AB is parallel to PQ, then what do I have? I have OA upon AP, OA upon AP equal to OB upon QB. OB upon BQ I can write, okay? Which triangle I have taken again? I have taken triangle POQ. This and this one is parallel. So ratio of this upon this is equal to this upon this by basic proportionality theorem, and I call this result 1. Now I take triangle POR. In triangle POR, what is given parallel? AC is parallel to PR. So AC is parallel to PR. Because AC is parallel to PR, what do I get? OA upon AP. OA upon AP equal to OC upon CR. By what? By the basic proportionality theorem. This I call result 2. So from result 1 and result 2, what do you have? OA upon AP equal to OB upon BQ. OA upon AP equal to OC upon CR. So we have OB upon BQ equal to OC upon CR. So we have OB upon BQ equal to OC upon CR. Therefore, in triangle, which triangle I take now? OQR. In triangle OQR, I have, because of this result, because of 3, this result 3, I have BC is parallel to QR. What reason? The converse of basic proportionality theorem, the converse of BPT, the converse, that if in a triangle the ratio of two sides are equal, then the lines are parallel. So because I have got OB upon BQ equal to OC upon CR, BC is parallel to QR. So again I have used, this time what I have used here? I have used the basic proportionality theorem and the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. So I hope this sum is also clear to you. So again what I am telling you, we have the tools with us. In this type of sums we have to choose what is the tool we are going to use. Now on the board we have the sixth sum of exercise 6.3, and here something is given congruent. So there is a congruency and we have to prove similarity. So what is given to us? Triangle ABE. Triangle ABE is similar to triangle ACD. I don't have different colored markers, so I have to use this. So ABE is congruent to ACD. It is given. This is given to us. And we have to prove triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. So again here we have to come to a point to choose what to use. Okay? So we'll see in a short time what we can do. Now first of all, this is given congruent and you have to prove this is similar. So we have to make up a choice. What should we use to prove similar? Should we go for the SSS but the ratio of the sides is not given? Should we go for AAA? Then which angles will we need? A and A, okay, that is common, understood. How do we show B and B are equal? The lines are not given parallel, it's not mentioned. So AA we cannot use, so we'll have to think of something else. So what is the something else we can think of is, first of all, this is given congruent. So because they are congruent, I can write in the proof, what we can write is that ABE is congruent to ACD would mean AB equal to AC. This is the result 1. Because the two triangles are congruent, AB is congruent to ACD, then AB is congruent to AC. And also AE is congruent to AD. AE is congruent to AD, that is result 2. Okay? And what we should write here? It is given. Because the triangles are congruent, we have these things are given. We should not write given. Okay, we can also write over because AB is congruent to ACD. So we have this. Now since we have this, what can we write? If this AB is equal to AC and A to AD, I can write, what I can write? AD upon AB. AD upon AB. But AD is equal to A, so instead of AD I can write AE. and AB equal to AC, so I can write AC. So I can write AD upon AB. Now AD is equal to AE. So AD upon AB equal to AE upon AC. So written AD upon AB equal to AE upon AC. Okay. So now which triangle should I take out to prove this? So I'll take the very same triangles. In triangle ADE and triangle ABC, angle A equal to angle A. Common. That is the common angle. Okay? In both the triangles. And we have AD upon AB equal to AE upon AC. So in this smaller triangle and the bigger triangle, this angle is common in both, and the side is the included side. So included the side, the ratio of the sides is also equal. So by which criteria? It is called the SAS similarity criterion. SAS similarity criterion. Why SAS? Look again. Look at triangle ADE. AD and AE and the angle in between. Look at triangle ABC. Look at triangle ABC. AB and AC and the angle in between. So the ratio of two sides are equal and the included angle is equal. So by that we have triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. Hence proved. So this is a sum done in a different kind of way, but this is also quite simple sum, right? So once you have the tools with you, you just have to know how to use the tools and get the answers. Let us move on to the next sum now. The next sum I am going to take is sum number 10 from exercise 6.3. Yes, go to sum number 10 of exercise 6.3. The diagram is not given, only the sum is given. I'll read the sum. CD and GH are respectively the bisectors of angle ACB and angle EGF such that D and H lie on sides AB and FE of triangle ABC and triangle EFG respectively. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG, show that CD upon GH equal to AC upon FG. So go through the sum first. The first step we do here is to draw the diagram. So we are given triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. So first thing I will do is I will draw triangle ABC and FEG. So what is the first step taken here? What is given? We are given triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. So this is the first similar triangles I have drawn. Now CD and GH are the perpendicular bisectors. Are the angular bisectors. CD and GH. So CD divides angle C into two equal parts. Similarly, GH divides angle G into two equal parts. Okay, so what are we given? Are you following? We are given, let me write here, what is given to us? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. Given CD and GH are bisectors of angle ACB and angle FGE respectively. Okay, is it clear? So this is what is given to us so far. And we have point D and H lie on sides AB and FE. So that way diagram we have drawn. Now what we have to first show? We have to show CD upon GH. CD upon GH equal to AC upon FG. Okay. So what we have to show the first thing? CD upon GH equal to AC upon FG. This is the first thing to be shown. So how will we begin this sum? What is the proof? How we write the solution now? How do we start? What is given to us? ABC is similar to FEG. Right? ABC is similar to FEG. So angle C is equal to angle G. Angle, I write the whole thing. Angle ACB equal to angle FGE or EFG, whatever. You can write FGE or EGF. Okay, we'll write FGE. Why? Because I take the order A, C, B. So I go FGE. Right? These two angles are congruent because the triangles are similar. But if they are congruent, then the half of ACB, taking half on both sides, is FGE. So this angle and this angle is equal, so the half is also equal, and because their half is equal, angle ACD, therefore angle ACD equal to angle FGH. FGH. I hope it is clear till here. Again, they are similar. So triangle ACB is congruent to triangle FGE. So the angles are equal. Because the triangles are similar, the angles are equal. These two angles are equal, so their half is also equal because it is given a bisector. Means this divides this angle into half, this divides this into half. So the angles are equal, the half is equal. But the half is ACD because it is the angular bisector. Because at right here, they are angular bisectors. Yes? So this is clear. What else do we need now? We have to show CD upon GH equal to AC upon FG. So we have to show these two triangles. Which two triangles? ABC and FHG. These two triangles we have to show they are similar. So let me write here. In triangle ACD and triangle FGH, ACD and FGH, angle A equal to angle F. Now why angle A is equal to angle F? Because ABC is similar to FEG. Means angle A is equal to angle F, angle B to angle E and angle C to angle G. But I took the first part. Angle A equal to angle F because triangle ABC is similar to triangle FGE. Right? Sorry, ABC no ACD. So ABC is similar to FEG. Okay, because they are similar, these two angles are equal. And we had here angle ACD. So this angle and this angle is equal because they are similar. And this angle equal to this angle we just proved here. ACD equal to angle FGH. So by the AA similarity criterion. AA similarity criterion. What do I have? Because of angle, this triangle, which triangle? ACD is similar to triangle FGH. And because they are similar, the sides of the ratio will be equal. So I have got CD upon GH, CD upon GH equal to AC upon FG. So the first part is proved. Okay, this was the first part we have proved. Now the second part to be proved is triangle DCB is similar to HGE. This is the first part I have proved. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I have to need to rub the board. First part is proved. Now we'll move to the second part. You have to prove the second part, and I will not do this for you, but it is the same way you go. But look at which triangle to prove? DCB. So this time, this triangle DCB, you have to prove equal to HGE. Again the same thing. What is the same thing? ACB equal to FGE. Angle ACB equal to angle FGE. Why? Because the triangles are similar. So half of ACB equal to half of angle FGE. If the angles are equal, the half is equal and the angular bisector, so they cut into equal half. So BCB, angle BCB equal to angle HGE. So this time I proved that this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, I proved these two angles are equal. Now angle B equal to angle E. Why? Because ABC is equal to FEG. It is given similar. So angle B equal to angle E. So this time in the lower triangles, these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. Again by AA criteria, triangle DCB is similar to triangle HGE. So that is the second part which you can do on your own. And the third part is DCA equal to HGF, which we already proved. To prove the ratio equal, we first proved that and then I proved. So what I did, I went in the reverse order. I first proved triangle DCA is similar to triangle HGF and then I proved the sides of the ratio. So in this sum the diagram was not given, so you have to do the diagram properly. In the rest of the sums the diagrams are given. In this sum particularly the diagram was not given. So be careful when you draw the diagrams. If your diagram is correct, then you will definitely reach your answer. This is sum number 16 from exercise 6.3. What are given to us? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Okay? It is given triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR and AD is the median of AD is the median. Okay, what does the median mean? Median means it cuts BC into two equal parts. So BD and BC is equal. BD and CD is equal. We are also given PM is the median, means it cuts QR into two equal parts. So QM equal to QR. So this is what is given to us. This is similar and AD and PM are medians. What is the meaning of the word medians? They cut into equal parts. Yes, they mentioned their medians. And they cut into equal parts. And we have to prove AB upon PQ is AD upon PM. So first of all what I will write here, this is a very simple sum. ABC and PQR are similar. Therefore, angle ABD is equal to angle PQM. Because these two triangles are similar, this angle and this angle is equal. Right? Also we have AB upon PQ equal to BC upon QR. Right? BC upon QR. Now, what is BC equal to? So, if you see D is the median, D divides BC into two equal parts. So, I can say BC, the whole thing, is 2 times BD. BC is 2 times BD. This is two, both parts are equal. So BD and CD are equal, so twice BD is our BC. Or you can say BD is half of BC. You can write either ways. You can say BD is half of BC, or if you take the 2 up here, then BC is equal to twice BD. So BC is twice BD. Similarly, QR is 2 times QL. So QR is 2 times QL. So if I cut the 2 and 2, what I get? BD upon QL. So I get AB upon PQ equal to BD upon QL. Now understand this. AB upon PQ equal to BD upon QL. So which two triangles I take? I take triangle ABD and triangle PQM. In ABD and PQM, what we have got? This angle and this angle is equal. Angle ABD equal to angle PQM you can write this 1 and write here from 1. From 1. And how did we get this one? Why? Because triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So we should write this angle is equal because they are similar. And this result we call 1. Okay, we call this result 1. So from 1 we have this, and this result we'll call 2. So what we have got, AB upon PQ equal to BD upon QM. That is from 2. From 2. So what have we got here? AB upon PQ equal to BD upon QM, and the included angle is equal. So by which criterion? By the SAS similarity criterion, you have triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQM. Now this smaller triangle, this triangle and this triangle is similar. So ratio of the sides is equal. So we will have AB upon PQ. AB upon PQ equal to AD upon PM. And hence we have proved it. So 16th sum was quite easy. Now similar to the 16th sum is the 14th sum. But here the data is slightly different. Okay, now move to the 14th sum and see. What you can see in the 14th sum, the sides AB and AC and median AD are proportional to PQ, PR and PM. So this sum is slightly different. Let me write it on the board and you will see what is the difference here. I have kept the same diagram, but look at the sum now. You are given side AB, then side AC, AB, AC and the median AD are in proportion to PQ, PR and the median PM. And you have to prove or you have to show triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Understand the sum very well. You are given AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR equal to AD upon PM. So three sides are given in the same ratio. But if you look at these three sides, AB, AC and AD and PQ's PR and PM, then they do not make a triangle. There are three sides, no doubt. One side, two side and three side. But these three sides do not make a triangle. So first we have to choose which triangles to take here. We have to ABC is similar to PQR, that we have to show. But this ratio, the three sides, we cannot use SSS here. In SSS, they are supposed to be the sides of a triangle. Now see, AB, AC and AD do not make a triangle. So this sum is of the slightly different type. So to prove this sum, the proof of this sum will be a little different. So can we think a little differently now? Let us see what you can think of. So in this sum, we will have to do a little bit of construction. What I will do, you can see AD, I will draw DE such that AD equal to DE. This is AD, I will continue this line such that AD equal to DE and I will join this. Similarly, I will draw a line PM equal to MN and I will join this line. So what I have done, I have drawn this one, AD and DE as equal lines. Now what do I get if I draw AD equal to D and P equal to this? What you can observe now? If you see, then we have got this side and this side equal and this side and this side equal. So if I join this line, what will I get? If you remember the rules, have you seen the rules of a parallelogram? The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. You know that. So this was a median, AD is a median, so these two sides are equal and I drew. So BD equal to DC and I drew AD equal to DE. So because the diagonals are bisecting each other. How do you bisect? This diagonal cut this into two equal parts and this diagonal is cut. So this becomes a parallelogram. Okay? And in a parallelogram, what do you see? The opposite sides are equal. So AB is parallel to CE and PQ is parallel to RF. But we have AB upon PQ. So AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR. But AB is equal to CE. So we can write CE upon RN. What we can write? CE upon RN equal to AC upon PR. AC upon PR is given, but AB is equal to CE and PQ. So we get this. Now, what do we get because of that? Anything else you can see? Also, we have got AD equal to PN. So what I have taken here? I have taken CE upon RN equal to AC upon PR and now AD. So how much is AE? We have got AD upon PM equal to AD upon PM. Okay. So what I have done here, let me tell you again. I constructed AD equal to DE and PM equal to MN. I just constructed them in this way and I completed the diagram. Okay. Now we are given this. So what you can see when the diagonals bisect each other, it becomes a parallelogram. So opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So instead of AB I wrote CE. So instead of AB I wrote CE. Instead of PQ I wrote RN. So instead of PQ I wrote RN. I wrote AC upon PR. I wrote AD upon PM. Okay. Now here I multiply both of them with 2. So the ratio does not change. But what is twice AD? This is the, I have drawn them equal. So twice AD is AE and twice PM is PN. Okay. So now I'll rub this thing in between. I do not want it. What you can see, CE upon RN equal to AC upon PR equal to AE upon PN. So in these two triangles, since the ratio of their sides is equal, these two triangles are similar. So what do you get because they are similar? The corresponding angles will be equal. So what I have proved is those two triangles are similar, their corresponding angles will be equal. So I can say this angle and this angle is equal. But this angle is equal to this angle, alternate, and this is equal to this alternate. So I have got this angle equal to this angle. So I have got angle BAD is equal to angle QPN. Right? I have got this angle and this angle is equal. Now what I can do further from here? What you can think around? We were given AB upon PQ equal to, I'll remove this now. So see, AB upon PQ equal to AD upon PM and the angle in between is equal. So by SAS, this triangle and this triangle are similar. So we now have AB upon PQ equal to AD upon PM equal to BD upon QN. Right? We have got AB upon PQ equal to AD upon PN equal to BD upon QN. Now, I do not want this. So I'll just take this. We have got AB upon PQ equal to BD upon QN. Right? I'll again multiply this by 2 because this is the median. So BD, twice BD equal to BC and twice QM equal to QR. So now what I have shown, what I have in the starting, AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR equal to AD upon PN, but AB upon PQ equal to BC upon QR. So we have AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR equal to BC upon QR. So what have we got now? AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR equal to BC upon QR. So if these two triangles, the corresponding sides are equal, so by SSS the two triangles are congruent. You try this sum on your own, and if you cannot, you can message me, or in the next lecture I will make you do this sum one more time. I have tried to draw it on the board. Go through this sum very slowly because this sum needs construction, this sum needs the idea of a parallelogram, and because I have written the sum in short just for you to understand, you can try it out and write it. If you cannot, just give me a message in the next lecture. I will do the sum all over again in complete detail. Okay, so I am going to end here today. Try this sum again and we'll meet in the next lecture where I will do this sum all over again. Okay, thank you.